Hi everyone, it's Cheryl. I thought I would just come and say, hey friends, and maybe there's some family out there watching, I don't know. I just wanted to check in with you all to let you know I'm doing all right. And I wanted to just talk a little bit about what happened to me. I wish I had somewhere to sit my camera. I could just hold it. Okay, so I have blood clots in both lungs. Extensive blood clots in both lungs. All right, so we moved from Macon to Atlanta in April, and I drove the car up here. And after we moved in, the first week I could not get any rest. I mean, I was exhausted. My legs were swollen, my ankles, my feet. So the next week I was able to keep up my energy, but no matter what I did, no matter what medicine I took, I could not get the swelling to go down. So I stopped. I remember that week was the week I stopped eating, and I ordered some turmeric online from Amazon, and what did I do? I took that, and I saw a little bit of a difference, but not much. So for the next couple of weeks, I think the only thing I would have would be like toast and boiled eggs, tuna, just naked tuna. Um, I would drink water. I bought that wedge you see right there to keep my legs elevated, but nothing would help. My legs would never go down. And one day I fell. I was sitting on the edge of my bed and I fell. I mean, just thought I was sitting down and went kaploom on the floor. Now, it took Kira, Lala, and Lolly a while to get me up. Not so much because of my heaviness, but because by now I'm having these really bad panic attacks. And I was so afraid that I was going to fall if I got up again. So now looking back on it, Lolly made me laugh the other day, and she said, "Grandma, your butt was all over the place," but I couldn't get up. I just simply didn't have the strength, and then I was terrified. And one of the other things that was going on with me too is I was having panic attacks, and I couldn't explain them to anybody. But it was like I couldn't sleep anyway, and I felt like that if I did go to sleep, I was going to die. And this is all before I knew what was going on. So after that fall, I got in the bed and they made me just stay in the bed. I wouldn't eat. I prayed and I prayed and I prayed and I cried. So one night I was talking to Kira, and every time I would talk, my voice would go, just lost my breath. So I called my sister and I said, Vet, I just don't feel good. And I burst into tears and I said, I'm so afraid. The day before, my best friend Janice had come up to see me. My very best friend Janice had come to see me. Janice, whom I love dearly, was always trying to protect me. She came and she caught me on the phone talking to the nurse line for my insurance company. And I was telling her, I said, "Janice, do you believe I'm sick?" And she said, "I know you are. Should I go to the emergency room?" And she took a long look at me and she said, "You need to go." But I was just too afraid. So the next day, Janice was gone, and I called Vet, and I walked down the hall to Kira. They were all in the living room. And I said, I gotta go to the hospital. I don't believe I'm gonna make it if I don't go. And so they sent an ambulance here. The paramedics came. No, the fire department came first. And I guess one of those guys thought he was a doctor. He told me I had congestive heart failure. And the next person was, then the paramedics came and they checked my blood ox, my pulse. And to them, everything looked good. But I was in the midst of them being here, another panic attack ensued. And I didn't like how I was feeling. So they got me out. But they had to call the paramedics because the front of the house has about 9 steps. And they wanted to carry me out of here, but I wasn't going to let them folks. Y'all, I'm trying to get a reasonable position for this camera because my arm hurts. I wasn't going to let them folks carry me out of here and drop me. No. I mean, I know what they do. They know what they're doing. They're professionals and everything, but I know too. I'm not no little bitty baby, and I didn't want them to drop me. So, got to the hospital, and I see people. They didn't take me to the hospital I wanted to go to. I wanted to go to Piedmont or either Northside Hospital, and they were saying that those hospitals were redirecting, I guess, their traffic or whatever. So I ended up going to this place called Atlanta Medical Center. And I didn't care, at that point I'm riding in the ambulance being thrown all over the place. And I get there and there's just people laying all in the halls, and I was like, what in the hell? In my mind, as soon as we got there, I was like, they ain't gonna never see me. But for some reason, they took me directly into an exam room, and the young man, doctors came and started connecting me to heart monitors and other things, and they were saying congestive heart failure. Well, some doctors said, no, we need to get a blood gas and do something else. And every time they would take that little thing off my finger to measure my oxygen. Let's see. When they would put it on my finger, it wouldn't go any higher than like 60. Shot up to 71 if I put a lot of effort in trying to breathe. So this doctor says, I believe this lady has blood clots, and we are going to have to admit her. And the only way we're going to be able to tell if you do have blood clots is to do a CT scan.
Grandma, she's talking about someone watching the little boy. Ain't nobody even out now.
Well, go and get in the shower, baby.
And then I just forgot about the milk, and she's talking about I watch the little boy. Ain't nobody doing it.
Okay, that's my baby Lolly. Wait, well, look. One of the things that's going on right now, I don't know if y'all going to be able to hear me real good. I'm tethered to this machine right here. Let's see. Should I take? Oh, that's the ceiling. And that's my oxygen machine. In addition to that, I have bottles under my bed that I take with me, like if we're going to the store. I think they last like 2.5 hours. I have a big tank that you can roll that lasts for 3 hours, and then there's a great big one that looks like a bomb in there. I got one of those in case the power goes off and I can't use this. But I have to use, I definitely need this right now. I'm on blood thinners. I'm taking Eliquis. Eliquis is to help break up any more clots and to help me feel better. In addition to that, I have a Venus Cava filter in my chest that was placed with a long tube through my jugular into my chest. And what it will do is capture any clots, hopefully, before they get to my lungs and my heart. And I had a picture of that thing to show y'all. I'm just not prepared today. So anyway, after the CT scan, they got the confirmation that it was very bad. Bad. And I did not like the hospital at all. I was not given information about my diagnosis by any doctor. I overheard some nurses say, that lady over there, she's lucky to be alive. She has blood clots in both her lungs. Her lungs are full of blood clots. That's how I found out what was going on with me. They put a catheter on me as soon as I got to the hospital. And I asked them to take it off because it hurt. I didn't need it. I could walk, from the bed to the bathroom. The nurses, they just weren't the kind of people I was accustomed to. They did. I don't think they were there for patient care. They were there just to do their time on the job for that day and get the hell on home. So anyway, after the venous filter is placed in my chest, I'm looking at TV one night. Lolly, close the door, please. I'm looking at TV one night and I see that there are lawsuits against the company that manufactures the thing they just put in my chest. I said, Lord, isn't that good? Isn't that good? So I called the nurse and asked for something to help me go to sleep when I learned that news. You're wasting the water. And I told you it's not free. You need to get in the shower, lady. They don't want to use the shower downstairs in their room. They come up here to watch me. I know that's what it's about. So,
Make sure I have everything.
So, after we came home, the difference in how I was feeling since we moved into the house and after I got out of the hospital was 180 turnaround. Before, I didn't even have enough strength or energy to pull myself in the bed to turn over. Kira had to wipe my boom boom. I couldn't do anything. And I just kept saying, I'm just fat and I'm just tired and I gained so much weight. But it was because I was sick. Let me tell y'all, I was so sick that I had stopped eating. The anxiety was just overwhelming. I would just sit in my chair and just wait for something to come and get me. I didn't want to die. And I don't think I was thinking death was coming. But it was so powerful, the way I felt. Usually holding Ian would make me feel better. It didn't do anything for me. So I'm grateful that that night God led me to that emergency room. And even though I don't think those people were top notch where it comes to bedside manner, they saved my life. Y'all hear me? They saved Cheryl's life. And I have lost about 20 something pounds. And I'm going to continue to. Now I'm back home. I cooked for the kids one time. I cooked ribs and scalloped potatoes and black-eyed peas. I couldn't eat any of it. Nothing tastes the same to me. I don't know if it's the medications they got me on or what. Like today I haven't had anything. I'm looking for some Activia. I know I bought some. I probably have that and this banana granola cereal I like. But potato chips and all that other crap I used to eat, I don't eat it. I don't eat it. Ice cream, cookies. I tell you, the best thing I've eaten since I've been sick was at the hospital some plain sweet potatoes with nothing in them. But I think it was a little black pepper and some squash with black pepper and salt. That was the only thing to me that was tasty. Anything else I eat, I don't know. It just doesn't taste like. I'm not. Janice says, "Thank God that I lost my appetite or my taste buds or whatever." But I thank God for just loving me, for saving me. Each and one of you, your comments, your prayers. I'm so grateful. So grateful. My circle right here, this is my circle. Kira, Lala, Lolly, Ian, Aunt, and Janice, and my two sisters. Now, oh, nieces and nephews. I don't think they understood what a blood clot was. I heard from Brandon and Justin. Brandon, Justin. Jasmine came because her mama came. And Tyler and Malik, you know, they're little boys. They were there with Vet, but that was it. So every one of you who were thinking about me and sending prayers up to me, I know God heard you. And I'm so grateful. I feel so good. I don't feel good like the Cheryl you met who just wanted to lose weight. I'm going to get back to her. But I feel good. This oxygen makes a big difference. If I don't use it, I went one day without it. Whew. Wasn't good. But it's making a big difference until we get everything back to normal. I'm trying to move more. I can't move too much because I have to drag an oxygen tank with me. And then my knees are, you know, they've been screwed up. But there are other ways for me to do things, to be active. But I wanted to just tell you all about what I went through. The embolisms. Somebody's at the doorbell rang. I was talking to Lala. Lolly. You go back to the shower. Lala can get it. I'm just so lucky to be alive and glad. And I thank each and every one of you for being my friend, for praying for me. I thank my daughter, my good friend Janice, my best good friend Janice, and Jesus above all. So I had a haul, y'all, that I was gonna do. I had bought some stuff to decorate my bathroom.
You know who?
No, I don't know who it was. Listen, Lolly and Lala have met some kids. These children come down here and start ringing the doorbell about 4 or 5 o'clock every afternoon. And Kira, now, you know we not up for that. So Lolly's supposed to be in there taking a shower. She coming out the shower asking me if I know who's at the front. Hell no. Look, I live on the 2nd floor at the end of the hall. That front door is way at the end of the hall, downstairs. So I can't answer it for her. But anyway, y'all, thank you. Thank you for praying for me. Thank you for thinking about me. Just thank you. I thank God for Jesus. And I thank God that you came to my jail. And I thank God for healing me, delivering me, and loving me. Bye, y'all.